folks, welcome to Saving Miller. Today, the high, and about right now, is 110 degrees. So I thought you guys might like to see what we do here on the farm to survive these elevated temperatures. Anytime it gets over 105, it's hot. That's a level that's, you know, extra. Up to then, you can kind of go about your life in a normal way. But over 105, we do take some specific measures to deal with the heat. So let's see how our 71 animals are dealing with it with our help. Let's go. Okay, first we have the little Red Ranger chicks here. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. You can see it's hot. They're warm. They're trying to find a cool place to be. And so what we've done is actually taken this evaporative cooler and put it in there with them. So there's a cool breeze blowing over it, and we make sure they have plenty of water. So they seem to be doing pretty well. We were most concerned about them because they're the youngest animals here, but with this cooler in there, they're doing quite well. And this is a temporary situation. This is not permanent for them, of course. Pretty soon they'll be back out on the pasture. Let's check in on the young ducks. So we decided we would let them into this shaded area during these warm afternoons. So about 1 o'clock we'll bring them in here and they'll kind of hang out here. They don't stray too far. They stay in the shade. Thanksgiving is over there in the back, stretching a little bit. They've got water. And the unique thing that we have going on here is the misting system up here. So this is not quite like the Aeromist system that we have on the house. This is a low pressure system that just runs off of the pressure from our main water supply. So there's a gentle breeze coming through here, and those misters make quite a difference. And the same system is in place here for the cows. I actually gave them a little bit more here, and they seem pretty content. They hang out here in the afternoons whether the misters are on or not, but there's a pretty good breeze coming down from up above. And you can see this thermometer here is in the sun, but and it says about, I think it says 112, but the real temperature, the effective temperature under these misters is about 15 degrees higher. So it's quite a bit cooler here for the cows and the young ducks. Alright, let's see about the birds out on the pasture. For the chickens and the older ducks here, we basically got very strategic with how we place the coop. So the pasture out here, it actually stays fairly cool. We make sure that they have an area that's shaded almost all day long, so the soil underneath the coop doesn't have a chance to heat up. And so they're hot too, but we make sure they've got plenty of water, and they've actually seemed to be almost the least affected by this. They seem to be just fine. And in the very near future, I intend to put a couple of those misters up in the top there, so the cool air will come down through the floor of the coop and help to keep them a little bit cooler. For the gardens, most of it is still in the direct sun, and so not a lot we can do about that right now. We will put up shades probably next season. This season we simply have not had the time. So what we're doing is watering these gardens twice a day. So in the morning we make sure the soil is cool, and then in the afternoon, late afternoon, we water them again, the plants again, to cool the soil down a little more quickly. And then we also keep the soil covered. So that's the purpose of the straw there. Now for the larger garden here, we do have a little bit of shade cloth covering a couple of the tomato plants, but we really need more. Hopefully sometime this summer I can put some across here, across the whole thing, to help with the direct sunlight. Now as far as what we do, here on the back patio we have the Aeromist system, and I made a video of that a while ago. So right here where I'm standing in the grass, it's 110 degrees. Now if I step in underneath here, we are right at 90 degrees on there. So that's the difference that the Aeromist system is making. 20 degrees. It's 20 degrees cooler here than it is out there. And we are out of the direct sun right now. But we do this for two reasons. We do come out here in the afternoons, but it also keeps this side of the house cooler. And then after the sun moves a little bit, we also get in the pool. So we're keeping it covered. It's still a little bit cooler than we would like. And maybe you can see the rock there. We actually painted the rock so it looks like a rock, and it looks a lot better now. Now of course we do have the air conditioner, but we also got the evaporative cooler working, and so up to about 103 degrees the evaporative cooler works quite well. And this is set up very nicely. It actually is on its own thermostat, its own controller, and we run that at night. So it'll keep the house 70 degrees at night, and then up to 100 degrees it'll keep it down to the upper 70s. But the air conditioner of course does a better job. It's the evaporative cooler is just much more efficient, and the house is set up well for it, so we have been using it quite a bit and we really like it. So there you go. There's some tips for how to help your farm survive the summer. I think a lot of these principles would work even in other places where it's not quite as hot, as long as it's dry. So you got to have water for these misting systems, and it has to be dry. But we really like the misting systems. I'm a huge fan of them, and I think there's going to be more around the farm soon. So take care, stay cool. Saving Miller out.